Hey guys, it's Teach, Ed, Edward, Will, William, Special Ed, Edweirdo, Willie, Billy, Eddie, whatever you want to call me. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a shout out for how y'all played this first point on offense. Um, you know, y'all performed the Bermuda Triangle perfectly, and that needs to be thicker. How do I make it thicker? I don't do this a lot. Is that thicker? Can you see that? Yep. So the Bermuda Triangle is a triangle that is, I don't know if anyone's ever came up with this for this map or not, but it's just something I saw from playing the game. I'm a Winston main, and this is what I do. I love playing tank on this map. This is what I do every time when I'm playing tank, whether it's Winston or not. So you have point one, point dos, and point tres, the Spanish for 2 and 3. And it creates a triangle. That's why I call it the Bermuda Triangle or the Triangle of Death. So essentially, what it is that you typically have, enemy team posted up right here. Maybe you'll have some people posted up right here, and like they have their Zen right here. And the goal of this is a route or points in which that you can force the enemy team, the defending team, to rotate. So the best way to capture really any point on hybrid is to flip the objective, and this allows you to flip the objective. And depending on where they are located at, the enemy team is what points you go to first. Since they're located at point one, you want to go to point two. Let's see what you guys do. I just want to give you all a little shout out. I think it was one Winston jump messed up away from being perfect. So it's just, where's my cursor? Watch it. So you see they're playing that high ground. Y'all are using the statue for cover, which is good. You go directly to the mega. Tracer being right there is actually exactly where Tracer should be. It's a good thing you didn't follow Noodle. Marking the Tracer, forcing the Tracer back. You definitely want to mark the Tracer. You do not want their Tracer to be able to come through here. So it's good that you're marking the Tracer. Yep, there's his jump. He just messed it up. But I want y'all to watch what the enemy team does. Let's see what they see. Let's look what their tank sees. Probably should have changed the thing.
Barrier is over there. A threat emerges.
See, he's rotating, gave up the high ground.
Over here.
He's literally telling him to take this high ground, right?
Enemy vector calculated. A threat emerges. Enemy vector calculated.
Now, the reason why it's important to force team rotations is because that's where the most mistakes happen. And what I mean by mistakes is positioning mistakes. Let's change this down to 8. My Wi-Fi sucks. Forgive me. As they're rotating, the Zen is way far out. He's scared being jumped on. The cast was pushed off with Lucio. Lucio's very important here because he's able to push him off that high ground. And y'all are essentially able to pinch them. They have nowhere to go. You're able to isolate 2 targets and essentially finish them off. It did take a little while to finish off. It was a lot closer than it should have been, but that's all right. But you guys were able to surround them make pinches, force isolated targets, because they failed to rotate correctly, and because when they were making mistakes during rotation, you're able to punish them for that. Y'all had a plan to win in, and we're able to win this point fairly easily. Unfortunately, both our DPS and the support did die. That's okay. Y'all were able to clean it up and make it happen. So I just wanted to give y'all a little shout out. I thought it was cool to see that. I know I kind of explained it at the beginning of the round, like pretty haphazardly, hoping y'all would understand, and Dingy did, and y'all did it perfectly. I do this all the time in ladder, and it works so well most of the time, depending on whether or not my team follows up. But a lot of the time, I'm doing it by myself as a tank, and because of that, the enemy team waits way too long to rotate, right? Like the Sigma would still be here because not everyone's following, and that's all right. I would still take this high ground because who would have just been up here? The Zen, right? And it forces them to have to come to point because I'm a threat right here. I can just get onto point. Now they have to come and they have to rotate then. And by then it's too late because my team's pushing up. Even though they didn't follow as quickly as you guys did, it still opens up space for my team to push up. Their tank has to make the decision. Do I stay where I'm at on this high ground or do I follow up on the point? So, yeah. Anyways, dab on them haters. I'm 28 years old.